How are y'all doing? Alrighty. Who is ready to do a swag? Oh, whoops. Might help if I get on the right thing. I'm going to put y'all over here. Okay. So we're going to be doing this. We have this group of leaves. We have some sunflowers, some berries with some leaves, and some pine cones, a sign, and some ribbon. Okay. So, let me get started. Is it coming up? There it is. Yay! Okay. So if you got this kit, you should have all this stuff. And we'll kind of zoom in a little. There we go. Alright, so most likely, when you get this, it's probably going to look like this. Okay? So, we'll just start from there. Because I think it's easier to show you if it comes in like this, so you know what you need to do with it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do, you're just going to kind of stretch it back out. And I'm going to show you how you can tell where the top is. So the top has this little hanger part on it. It's also going to be wider at the top. So when you flip it over, the first thing I like to do is kind of make a channel down the middle. And then it makes it easier for me to kind of start fluffing it out. So I'll just kind of go through, make a quick channel like this. So you can see it's wider at the top. And I knocked something over. Of course. Like that. Alright. My ribbon's in my sign. That's what went on the floor. Okay. I don't know why. Let me see if I can pull this back up. There. Now it's there. Alright. So that's what it'll look like. Okay. And then we're just going to kind of fluff it out a little bit. And you don't have to do a whole lot to fluff it out. Just kind of pull things up. Like this. Just kind of fluffing it out a little. I like this one in particular because it has some different pieces in it besides just the evergreen. Oh, well, we're so glad you're here. Okay, like that. We are going to do something a little different tonight. We're going to do a little trick. I'll show you a little trick. Something to do with our sign. Okay. Alright. Down here at the bottom, let's move this guy. So we're not going to be using that tonight. Lordy, look at that mess. Okay. Down here at the bottom, there's this piece that kind of comes out. We don't really use this whole little section down here at the bottom very much. Okay, so I'm going to cut some of this off. This is what we're doing. It's a little different. Cut that off. Okay. Spread that out. Because all it does, and I'll tell you what's funny. So when they do these swags, if you measure these from end to end, right? It's like 28 inches. They say they're 32 because if you take the piece that's at the end here and you stretch it out, you get to 32 inches. So how they determine the size. Don't you love that? Yep, that's what they do. All right, so it comes with instructions, ribbon, all the goods. Okay. Now, this one has a sign, and so we're going to put it like about right here. So one of the things is when you're putting a sign in a swag, sometimes it's kind of hard to get it to seat right. So what you can do is you can take this pine piece here, okay? We're going to take these two little pieces. What did I do with that other piece? Did I drop it on the floor? There it is. Okay? We're going to take these pieces and we're going to put these in. So I'm just going to get a little glue. Yeah, it's technically 32 inches. So I'm just going to get a little glue and I'm going to glue it in the middle right there. I'm going to glue this one in the middle right there. We have this piece, and these little 3 pieces right here are going to provide a nice little base to keep our sign right where I want it to stay. Okay? You did! Whoops. All right. Another trick that I like to use sometimes, instead of using regular wire, you can use bind wire. And the reason being, the wire's covered. It's a little bit easier to hide. If you have trouble getting it in, you shouldn't, but if you do, just make your hole a little bit bigger. But so this is essentially our 26 gauge wire that we love. It's just covered in like a twine kind of thing. All right, so we go right to where we put those down, and I'll go open this up. I'm going to go down around the back. This is why I like to use bind wire, because since I'm going around the back, I don't want anything that's going to scratch the door, and bind wire won't because it's covered. Then I'll twist it together. I hope you win the Mega Millions, and then you have to take us all on a craft cruise. Right? Isn't that what we agreed to? If anybody wins the lottery, we all go on a craft cruise. Just one. Okay. There we go. So back up. And you want that stuff to stay under the sign. We don't have to split the prize. Let's just go on a cruise. You keep the rest. Right? No. If you win it, you keep it. We just have to go on a cruise. Alright. Then we'll spread this out. So when I'm working on projects, I tend to like to put my largest pieces on first. The sign may not necessarily be the largest piece, but I like to go ahead and get this one started because I kind of have to get the underneath of this set. Okay, I'll tell y'all, if I win the lottery, we're all going on a cruise. Of course, I have to play first, but I do play sometimes, so it's not impossible. So let's do a bow. So you can see in the sign, we have the black and white gingham, which we also have in our awesome ribbon. Look how great that looks with that sign. And then we have our orange and our yellow. We're going to make 2 bows, one for up here, one for down at the bottom. Okay. What'd you get? Oh, for the lottery? Did you get tickets for the lottery? Alright, so up at the top, one thing we're going to do is we're going to cut like a 12-inch piece. Okay. Just a tail. Hello. Okay. We're going to put that because we want to have some coming up this way. Alright, so now we can start the bow. So we're only going to do that at the top. We won't need to do that at the bottom. Okay, so let's do like 8-inch tail. So we'll do 6-inch. Now this here is not horribly wide. So I'll show you what I mean. This is kind of a standard smaller swag. These are the other kind of swags we have. Now if I was going to do one on a swag like this, I would start with a larger bow, like 7 or 8 inches. With this one, you don't want to do something really large. You want to do something smaller. So that's kind of how you determine the bow. Because you don't want it to totally overwhelm. So we'll just go with 6. Yeah, y'all win something now. Regardless of cruises. It would be awesome if you did. Okay. So I'm just doing 6-inch loops here. Oh, y'all, Bow Tuesday will be back this coming Tuesday, since I have officially finished my series with Pinterest. I will be back to Bow Tuesday. I'm excited. I love swags too. My favorite things are swags and centerpieces and wreaths. I love making centerpieces too. Okay. Then let's do the yellow. So we did 3. All right, now we're going to do 2. Right there. Yay, Bow Tuesday, right? I know, I'm excited. I have missed Bow Tuesday. And I'm going to tell y'all, I have missed going to bed on time. So, Alright, now we're going to switch. So we did 3, then 2. Let's do our little 12-inch piece. Okay, for the back. We haven't started the eye drops yet, so they called me today and said that her heart numbers came back a little weird. So now we have to take her over to check her blood pressure. So we have to wait now to do the eye drops. It's tough when they get older, you know? You could also do a spider bow up here if you wanted to, so that would also work up here. So we did 3, then 2. We're going to do 2 again. Ooh, that's so pretty. I do too, right? That pumpkin ribbon is so pretty. I think I need to flip this one. So let's just flip that ribbon. This one's okay because it's kind of up. Yeah, okay. And then on this one, we're actually going to do 3 loops, but just 3 loops. I know, and it's Sassy sleeps with my mom and dad, and she hangs out with my mom all day and my dad, mostly with my mom, so she's very important. She is a very important companion for both, so we can't have anything happening with our puppies. Hopefully. Let's see. I do. All right. So we're gonna run our zip tie under here. Okay. Set that aside for a second. All right. So remember, we're looking for that indention. We're going to hold one side, slide it around. I want to make sure that the 2 loops or the 2 tails that I want up top are going to be up top. Okay. The rest are going to be down. This one can actually go back from the 3. So this is almost like a traditional Lisa bow part here. And it's okay to mix bows. Hey, Mama. All right. I like to use zip ties a lot when I'm doing evergreens and when I'm doing swags like this. Now, let's talk about how we can get it to not sink in. So we're going to take this pine piece and we're going to fold it, and we're going to, well, first let's fluff our bow and then I'll show you what we're going to do. So back and forth. She's not going to have any, well, no, I take that back. We actually have several different kinds of balls in this one. We have berries, and we have little balls on the sunflowers, and we have pine cones. All right, so we'll just go back and forth, fluffing. Thank you. I love making bows. It's my favorite thing. All right, now, when we get that done and we cut this part off, we're going to take this piece. We're going to put the bow about right here, okay? So we're going to take this piece and we're going to glue it in. So this is another little trick. See, these pine pieces they're pretty sturdy. So what they do is we're using the excuse me, the pieces that are already on here to work for us. So then we don't have to work so hard, right? So we don't want to have to work real hard. Okay. So then when we tie this down with our zip tie, it's not going to, wait, let me find my zip tie here. It's not going to sink down completely. And I will tie the zip tie on the side so that it won't scratch anything. So just little tricks to keep it from smashing down too far. Now sometimes I want it to really go down and sometimes I don't. So if I don't, then I will use this trick, and if I do, I'll just put it down normally. Okay. Let's kind of fluff this out on the sides a little. So see how we still have some space here and it's not kind of squashed down in? It just depends on how you want it to look as to whether you do that or you do it so that it all scrunches up together. Okay. I've got my little tails coming out the top here, because you always want something coming out the top as well. I'm going to trim some of this evergreen off. I don't want a whole bunch kind of sticking out. And what I can do, trim off that. One great thing about these is you can take pieces, take them off, and move them somewhere else. Somewhere that you need more filling. So sometimes on these, there'll be like a spot where it's kind of just empty. And so I'll take these little pieces and I'll put it in where it's empty. It just works really well, and it helps to kind of, you know, start to fill in where you need it. Let's make the second bow, and then we'll start putting all the stuff in. So you can see already, right? We can also put some of these in the bow. You can see already it starts filling in pretty quickly. Once you put the bow and the sign in, it's already starting to fill up. Okay. So we need a much smaller version in the bottom. So you're going to have a lot of leftover ribbon. Me too, aren't they pretty? I especially love this sunflower and pumpkin one. You could put pumpkins in this too, but it actually fills up really fast, which is why I don't put a whole lot of things in it, because it fills up very fast. So we're going to make this 5 inches. Okay. I don't know what it is here, but I tell you what, it's hot. All I know is it's hot. So we did 3. We're going to do 2 at the bottom here. There we go. Let's put our little yellow in. Let's make this a little longer. Okay. Whoops. $103. Woo! Yeah. I don't know what it is here, but I can tell you it's hot. Okay. Alright. We'll do 2 with this one. I'm just still doing 5 inches. Okay. I know it feels a lot hotter than it is. It's hot, right? It is. I mean, the South, it's just like broiling. This time of year, it always is. Okay. So I'm just going to do the 1 loop down here at the bottom. Okay. There we go. Okay. Get our little zip tie going here. Alright. So same exact thing. Hold one side. Slide that zip tie over. Get it in that indentation. Make sure it's in there. Good. One thing you can do is pull your ribbons up in the middle and see if they're matching. If they are, you're good to go. You can do the same thing in the back. I'm sorry. Okay. I actually went a long time without doing any kits. So see, I gave y'all a big break. But then I started getting fussed at because I didn't have any kits out there, so I said, okay. I love putting kits together. Anything where I'm matching up colors. I love it. Okay, so we do the same thing with this one, just on a smaller scale. Al, your eyes still doing well? Okay. I really love this ribbon. Okay. Let's clip that off. So let's see. This one. So you see how I just kind of pull the zip tie up to spread things out. Swags, I love swags. These you can roll up a little bit. If you want longer tails, you have plenty of ribbon to do it. Then I just come over here. There we go. Get that one off. Okay. Alright, now the fun stuff. Now we'll start doing the fun stuff. Okay. I'm going to start with the leaves. They're such a pretty color. And I love, love, love these with the little berries in them. Thank you. Okay. These usually sell for like 120, something like that. Depends on how much I put in them. So see, what you do is you start putting the leaves in. Just dip them in the glue. The most important thing here is when you put it in, wiggle it around, make sure you hit that evergreen pieces, because that's what's going to matter. Okay. And the best way to do this so that it stays balanced is do one side, do the other. It doesn't have to be, let's do that. It doesn't have to be the same spot. It just needs to be on the other side. So you do have some leeway there. You just want it to be somewhere on the other side. And one thing you can do is kind of move it so that it almost looks like the leaves are growing in between the evergreen. I like to do that. You can cut these up as much as you want, or you can put them in whole. I tend to like to cut these things up because you get more kind of bang out of it. Okay. So then instead of 3 pieces, we get like 6. Okay. You could even cut it up further. One thing to keep in mind is whatever direction you start going in, stay with that direction. So if you're going kind of up like this, then stay going up like that. There's no right and wrong way to do it. You just want to be consistent on both sides. That's all. No rules. Just kind of mirror. Doesn't have to be in the same place. I like to push these up. Oh no! You be careful, Marcia. Oh, centerpiece? I don't know. I haven't put out the pole yet. Is that something that y'all want to see? So I'm going to make one small and kind of tuck it in here. Did y'all see the centerpiece I made in my grid? Well, I'll show you when we're done. Okay. I know I showed you one. We did the skeleton. We did another one today. I'll pull these off. I'll probably put that in the bow. I probably won't do more than 2 leaves at a time together. Get that up. This one is missing its little end cap. Let's see. I thought it was over there. Oh, here it is. So I'll just kind of bend it with my pliers. You could also put a little spot of glue on it, whatever you're more comfortable with. I like to put them up together because you get kind of, you know, like more bang for your buck, right? Because it fills in more. You just kind of want to go around, start putting them in, and I like to just kind of move them around the greenery so it doesn't look like it's just shoved in there. So like put it in, and then kind of there. You can put, well, I think I will, actually. Whoops, wrong one. Yes, I have made centerpieces using wreaths, absolutely. I actually make centerpieces quite often in my group because I think because it's one of my favorite things to do. So I tend to do it. We've done quite a few over the years. Okay, oh, look, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of doing the same thing. We want to do some around our bow. Kind of have it coming out like that. I also want to do some in the bow, so probably what I'll do is cut these. I don't know if we are. We have gotten so much rain this year. I don't know. We've gotten a lot of rain this year. It's been an active season. So you see how you just put the little leaves in there? Okay. Just kind of want to put them just inside. Here. Now, see how cute that is? Right. We haven't even gotten to the sunflowers yet. Okay. I told y'all it's a lot of stuff for this size swag. It doesn't look like it when you first get it out, but it is. Alright, so let's put some down here. Right. That around a little. There we go. Let's put some berries in here. Glue. This also will help make it wider so it doesn't look really narrow. That. Turn it so y'all can see. One of these days, I'm going to get the overhead thing figured out. I got my boom up. I just have to get it figured out so that it actually works. I tried it, but it was kind of a weird angle, so I have to kind of figure that out. Okay. Move that around a little. So I'm making these a little bit longer since it's kind of small around in here. Okay. This last little berry in there. Okay. Whoops. Why do I always do that? I'm notoriously bad about doing that. I'll just pull the whole thing off, trying to push it up. Yep, I do it all the time. Drive myself crazy. What are you gonna let me know? What miss? What'd I miss? What'd I miss? Okay. See how it starts to fill in those areas? Oh. You would make it up and keep it for yourself? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to give things up if you really like it. You're right. That is so true. Bicycle rim decorated. Okay. I think we have some. Pretty sure we do. Put this one kind of in here. There we go. Ooh, this is getting full. Alright, now let's put these on a bow at the bottom. Oh, that's so cute. I love it when they do that. They just kind of go in there perfectly. They just look like they were made to be in there. Okay. I got one more. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to put the pine cones in. So I'm just going to cut some of the sunflowers off. I super like this thing with the little beads in it. So I made sure everybody got that because I love this thing. I don't know why, but this is like my favorite piece of that sunflower kit. Sunflower set. Isn't that cute? Alrighty. I want to put one up near the bow. Okay. One is going to go right in here. Okay. We're going to put one. I did leave a few little empty spaces. Okay. It's full, isn't it? I sell them. I am not very good about listing them, but I do several shows a year. And so I take them to the shows and they get sold there. And sometimes I donate them. Sometimes my dad will walk around the neighborhood and hand them out. It happens sometimes, y'all. A lot of them go to my house or to my siblings' houses. Or to my employees' houses. That happens as well. But yes, I do sell them. We are not very good about listing them. It's just we get busy. And we don't do a very good job of taking pictures and getting it listed. I think we could fit a pine cone right there. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so these have wire, but I think the better plan is just to get some fine wire out. Okay. So when you're doing things like these, it's better to do with a little wire. Okay? Because yes, glue will work, but wire's better. And it's just gonna keep it on there longer. Any places for sale near me? You mean near where I live? You want to be one of my neighbors that gets one of the wreaths? Come on. I'm sure my dad would bring you one. He's so funny. We did the, so every year we do the Junior League show. And he's so funny. There was a police lady that was, we're going to put one pine cone right up here. She was very nice, and she'd come and check on us and whatever. And she really liked, I don't remember what one I had that she really liked. And it was like the last day, and he was like, I'm taking that to that lady. And I said, okay. So sure enough, here he comes, and here she comes. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So he's trucking it out to her car. He's so sweet, y'all, my dad. He is just the sweetest thing. There. So then that gives a little spot of that. Okay. Now I think we'll put the other pine cone right here. And we actually get all the stuff in. How about that? Yeah, perfect. I even doubted myself that I had too much stuff. But it's actually the right amount. Whoops. Etsy is a great platform, I agree. If you live near me, we're going to be doing in-person Etsy classes at the studio. Thank you. I like it. Oh my gosh, I love this. Look at that. This turned out awesome. Okay, now I can show you. Let me move this stuff back. Alright. Okay, so let me move y'all so y'all can see. So there's the swag. Oh, how pretty is that? See, and look, so you can see the sides. Let me show them. See? It's nice and full. So when you're doing these, you want to make sure that you put stuff on the sides as well as the front, right? This is what we did in my design group. This is the centerpiece. It's 2 pumpkins. They're the same size. My mom said, why did you put one pumpkin? She said, why did you put one pumpkin that's smaller on the bottom? I said, I didn't, Mom. They're the same size. And she said, they are? I was like, yeah. I thought that was funny. Awesome. Yeah, if you want to join my groups, you want to do it this month because they're on sale. Thank you. Oh, the string, so that's just bind wire. You can get it from Amazon. You can also get it from Hobby Lobby. It's just called bind wire. Oh, and if you do get bind wire, whatever you do, pull it from the center Otherwise, you're going to have a real problem. Yeah, we did 2 centerpieces. First we did the, I took the pumpkin out. I took the skeleton out. He's out there. And then we did the pumpkin. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, next week in the group, we're going to be playing with colored glue. Have any of y'all ever worked with colored glue? Colored glue sticks? Oh, thank you. Thank you. See, and you have plenty of ribbon left. You could, I would say you could add more ribbon, but I don't know where you would add it. Honestly, it's pretty full. Oh, let me undo this, because I'll forget. It's Friday. Absolutely, you could use this as a centerpiece. You can also do 2 of these and use them as a mantelpiece. So you do 2, like, you know, just alike, and then you put them end to end. We've done that. I think sometimes it's less expensive to do something like this and do 2 of them, you know, back to back, and do it like as a table piece running down the center or as a mantel piece. Do I send the supplies with the other group? I don't know what you mean. I mean, the group doesn't include the supplies. It's just the instructions. Awesome. I am in South Carolina, Lexington, South Carolina. Oh, you're going to love it. I love swags. They're really not hard. They kind of look intimidating, but I promise they're not hard. You should try it. It's really not that bad. Oh, North Carolina. See, you're probably not that far from me. Awesome. So it has a hanger in the back. It's right here. Okay, and you just hang it like that right on the door. And it just hangs like that. Yeah, we'll look for it, Deborah. Thank you. All right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all have a great weekend. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not. We'll see how I feel in the morning. I did 2 lives 2 days in a row. I might be tired. I might not. Who knows? It's not. I promise it's not scary. I promise it's not scary. We're doing one of these at the retreat. A swag. It'll be a Christmas swag, but we're going to be doing a swag at the retreat, so I promise they're not that scary. I think you should try one. Yeah. All right. The pumpkin centerpiece group. Yeah, it's just my regular design group. I give them all the numbers and everything. So, all right. How heavy is the swag? I mean, it's not very heavy. I can hold it with a couple fingers. I'd say about 3 pounds. Something like that. It's not heavy. It probably looks heavy, but it's not. You can sign up for my retreat on my website. It's just hardworkingmom.com, and then look for the tab that I think it says events, and then the retreat is right under there. Yep. Oh, it's also in my shop. I keep forgetting that. We put it in the shop in case somebody wanted to use Sezzle. So it's just shop.hardworkingmom.com. Look down and see if you find Hardworking Mom events. God bless you. Oh, you're sweet. I'm sure I'll do a Christmas swag. That's if I can get Sims to restock these. I will work on him. All right, well, y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys for sure Monday. All right.